Hello and welcome back to a very special moto vlog. Now today I've come here to my parents' old house because today I'm celebrating 40 years since I left school. Yes, you heard me right, 40 years. I can't believe it myself. Now this is my parents' old house. They owned this place for about 33 years. And when I left school, I got a job at a local printer's about 5 miles away from here. And every morning at 6:30 I used to leave this house and ride to that printer's on my old Honda XL100. So to celebrate 40 years of that ride, I decided to come back here and do that ride one more time. I'm going to be riding along the same roads as I did 40 years ago. Okay, so right, let's get on the bike and go. Okay, is everyone ready? So let's get this 40th anniversary moto vlog underway. So, like I was saying, 40 years ago today, I used to leave my parents' house at 6:30 every morning and make my way along these roads to work. Wow, it's all changed around here. That white building across there used to be a newsagent's called Robinson's. Across there was an off license, or as they say in America, a liquor store called Creasy's. And to my left there that used to be a co-op supermarket. I can't see what it is at the minute, but I don't think it's a co-op supermarket anymore. And that medical centre that we see across there, that wasn't here 40 years ago. Well, like I'm saying, it's a very, very special ride for me. Today, 40 years. I just can't get over that. That 40 years ago today. I started my first job. I used to come down here every day on my Honda XL100. Sometimes I used to cycle it as well. I used to leave my parents' house at 6 o'clock in the morning then to cycle down here so I could get to work on time. We're coming up to some traffic lights up here. Now, 40 years ago there was no traffic lights. It was like a staggered T-junction 40 years ago. But of course, since then, traffic has increased quite considerably. Of course, lots of new houses have been built. Seem to have built houses absolutely everywhere. So yes, I used to ride down here in the rain, sleet, snow, high winds, you name it. Everything that Mother Nature could throw at me, I used to come down here and bear all those years ago. But I've enjoyed riding motorcycles. I've owned a motorcycle ever since I was 12 years old. That's when my father first bought me a motorbike, a little Honda Z50. When I used to cycle up here, sometimes I used to just stop there for a rest. Wow, houses there. 40 years ago that was just fields. Amazing. Wow, there's all houses along here now. There used to be an old railway station up here, and you could see where the railway used to be, the old Lincoln to Grantham line. That's long gone. That was removed in the late 1960s, but the station was still here, but you can't see that now. Seems like there's new houses built where the station used to be. Wow, they're building all over the place. So yes, 40 years ago, the printing industry was big business, you know. You could guarantee that every business would want business cards and letterheads and invoices printed. But thanks to the digital revolution, that's all gone now. Companies have their own little printers and desktop publishers, and they do it all themselves. Cut out the middleman. And we have a newspaper here in Lincoln called the Lincolnshire Echo. It used to be printed 6 days a week. Now it's only printed 1. There's people access newspapers online now, which is a good thing, I guess. Less and less trees are being chopped down to make paper, so that's one good thing about the digital revolution. But if you worked for printers, then there's not much jobs left in printing. Even magazine printers are feeling the pinch now, as many things go back onto the internet for people to look at. Ah, the Horse and Jockey, old pub's still here. Yeah, there's an old pub here. Spent a couple of Christmas parties there. Wow, it looks a bit dilapidated, it does. Yeah, that's all caged off. Wow, that building there, that used to be a warehouse for Webb's Yamaha Centre. They used to keep all the new motorbikes in their boxes in that place. So this is Maltkill Lane, which goes down to the printers. That is, of course, if it's still there. Now, it closed down, about 20 years ago, I think. Wow. Wow, so that's the place. It's a little bit different now. If you see down there that the windows have been bricked in, or bricked up, whatever you want to call it. A new roof. I'm not sure if it's a private residence now, but yeah, that was Arnold Padget Litho Limited. That's incredible to see it again after 40 years. But everything's changed around here. These places here, they weren't there. They're all new. There used to be an old British Legion corrugated steel building there. I've got a picture of that, I shall put it up now. That's what was there before, that's what that looked like. Wow, that's incredible. But yes, 40 years ago there used to be articulated lorries used to reverse up here. There used to be forklifts unloading them. I wish I had pictures of the outside of the building then, so I could look at the difference between now and then, but unfortunately I don't, which is a pity, that, because I've always been interested in photography right from a young age. But I do have photographs of the inside, so I can put them on now and you can see what it was like. But of course you have to remember it was a jobbing printers. It was a very, very busy place, so it does look rather scruffy inside. And many of these people in the pictures, the ones who are still alive, are still my friends today. That's how, you know, such a friendly place it was at the time. Amazing, truly amazing. Now the business was started by Arnold Padget, of course, and he used to live down this lane. There is some houses along the main road, and he used to live in one of those, and of course he used to walk down this path every morning to open up. But when he retired, his son took over the reins of the building, which was Anthony Padget, or Tony Padget as lots of people knew him, and he ran the business with another man called David Chambers, who at the time when I started was the mayor of Lincoln, believe it or not. But you can see where it's all been bricked up. It's got a different roof on now as well. We'll just stop here for a minute. So here we are at the printing works, and yes, things certainly have changed. There's 3 windows at the side there. Now where that middle window is, used to be some big double doors there, which was the entrance to the printing works. Now, like I said, this was run by a man called Tony Padget, who was Arnold Padget's son. Now, Tony Padget certainly had his fingers in other pies. He had his own band called Two's Country, where he used to tour the pubs and the clubs playing country music with a man called Alan Coates, who incidentally was the son of my parents' next door neighbours. And he also had a wedding carriage business as well. And I've got a few pictures of him, which I shall put up in a moment, where he's in his carriage. I think he was taking part in the Lord Mayor's parade through Lincoln. And of course, another man who was a director of the business was a man called David Chambers, like I said, who was also the mayor of Lincoln when I started working here. I've got a few pictures of him that I've managed to find on the internet. I shall put those up now. You can see him in his mayor's regalia, and he's here with Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth when she came to open Nettleham's police station here in Lincoln. Wonderful memories. I'm sure the ex-workers of this place love to see them. Right, we shall take a walk along the pathway here, which Arnold Padget himself would have walked down to open up the printing works many years ago. Like I said, he used to live at one of these houses at the end of this pathway. Now, of course, when I started working here, I was often asked to nip some post down to Arnold's house. I used to walk down here now and again. Many years ago. I can't believe I'm actually here again. But this was something that I wanted to do this year, was to do a ride, a 40th anniversary ride down here, and have a look to see what's still left. put some photographs up of the old place as well. I'm sure it'll be an interest to lots of the workers who used to work here. It's just a great shame that I don't actually have any photographs of the outside of the building from 40 years ago. I could really kick myself for not taking any photographs of the outside. Right then, we shall get back on board the old motorcycle and make our way back down Waddington Hill, back down to my parents' old house where we started the ride. Right, let's go. Yes, hard to believe that vehicles used to reverse. Articulated lorries used to reverse up here. That's pretty incredible, that. So, well, how about that? 40 years. I know I keep on saying it, but to all you youngsters out there that are watching this, you don't know what it's like. You think that, you know, you're going to live forever and time is going to stay still and you'll always be the same age. Well, I've got news for you. Life flies by. One minute you're young, the next minute you're not. So yeah, that place there, Arnold Padget Litho Limited, that was my start in the media business, shall we say, working for a printers. And my first job there on day one was to learn how to make the plates for the machine. So I was in origination, making the plates and stripping the negatives down, that sort of thing. Which of course, that was what I was interested in, was photography. Printing off my own photographs and, you know, developing my own photographs, shall I say, with a developer, and mixing the chemicals and all that. And when I went for my interview, I told them all that, and so that is what I did on my first day there. Learn how to make plates for the machines and strip the negatives down and all that sort of thing. because the majority of school leavers, when they started there, they all had to do packing. They was all in the packing department, packing all the parcels, all the letterheads and stuff, compliment slips, packing all that sort of thing. But not me, no, I was straight in there, origination, making the plates. Okay, so here we are. We're back here outside my parents' old house again. And what a ride it's been. A 40th anniversary ride. Like I keep on saying, it's now been 40 years since I left school and started my first job. And yes, every morning I used to leave this place. So here we are back here again. I only wish I had photographs of this place to show you all of how this place was 40 years ago. This hedge wasn't here 40 years ago. It used to be a small brick wall until it was demolished by some young lad in a Ford Escort that came round the corner too quick. So, even though I don't have any photographs of the front of this house, I do actually have a little bit of home movie footage, which I'm showing you now. And you can see how the house used to look all those years ago. But anyway, that's the end of today's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed this brief glimpse into the past, into where I started working once I left school. So that's it then. If you enjoyed this video, then maybe you'd like to give us those thumbs up and subscribe. So everybody out there in YouTube land, stay safe, and we'll see you all soon in the next video.